So today we are breaking down Unreal Engine 5.7, the good, the bad, the real truth nobody else is giving you. So is it actually worth upgrading? Is it actually more stable or is it just more hype? Let's cut the noise and get straight into it. So first off we have stability, and honestly this is the biggest win of the entire update. The editor feels smoother, plain editor crashes are down, sequencer is actually more responsive, nothing flashy, but in day-to-day use it matters. For anyone building a real project in 5.7, it feels better. Then there is world partition. World partition got a quite buff. Cell load faster, the camera is reduced, and the background streaming is more consistent now. If your game is open world like mine, this alone is a solid upgrade. Then there are the Nanite improvements. Nanite got some polish of its own, as some materials compile slightly faster, shading path got a slight tune up, and foliage behave a little better now. Not revolutionary, but enough to make heavy scene breathe. Then the UI fixes. UMG got some minor but important fixes. DPI scaling is more stable and few memory leaks were cleaned up. Again, not the headline feature, but you will feel it when you work every day. And then in addition to that, Epic also exposed more rendering C variables, more engine side settings, and more tools for performing tweaks. If you like control, 5.7 gives you more lever to pull. Then we have the animation tool polishing, control, like retargeting, some animation nodes. Everything feels a bit mature now. 5.7 basically sanding the rough edges off. Now with that, let's move towards the bad section because everything can't be good, right? So let's be honest here. 5.7 is not 5.1 to 5.2 type of movement. This is just a maintenance release. The big leaps are coming to UE6. So if you expect miracles, then temper that expectations. Then there is the GPU cost. Nanite and Lumen still hit mid-range GPUs hard. 5.7 didn't magically fix Unreal well-known heaviness. Performance is basically the same. At least I didn't feel any upgrade to that. I mean, in my PC, it still feels heavier and it's got more heavier than the previous version, to be honest here. But let's see what happens in the future. Then we got the marketplace assets issue. A few marketplace assets break because API shifts, especially complex plugins. Blueprint only user might get warnings. It's not terrible, but it's still there, right? And even after all that update, packaging is still slow. Cook times are barely any better. Shader compilation is still painful unless you are building your own warm-up system. There is no miracle here. Then there are new bugs in VR. Some VR preview crashes, Niagara, memory spikes, a few random audio glitches, nothing catastrophic, but worth knowing that there are some bugs as well. So what is the real truth? What's the verdict? So here's the thing, UE 5.7 is the cleanup before the storm. Epic is clearly preparing the grounds for UE6. Now I know what you are thinking because there is an AI update as well. You can get an AI assistant directly into the editor. Why I didn't talk about it? Because it's clearly on its very early stage. Nothing to say there now. I know that it's still new and it's still going to mature. For now, if you type in anything into it, it will just give you a link to the Epic forms or something like that. And if even if it gives the answer, it's not correct. If it's answered the code, again it's not correct. So don't need to talk about that because it is clearly on its very early stage, and anything we say now might be invalid in the future. And we're gonna have a good assistant on our hand if it got trained well. If it's gonna trained on only on let's just say only on codes, only on blueprints, it might be helpful in the near future, but it's not helpful now at all. So let's move forward and let's see what we are getting here. And who should upgrade to 5.7? There are only four categories in which case you want to upgrade. If you are an active dev, which means you keep experimenting, keep learning, and aside from your main project, you also like to learn a lot of new things, then of course you can upgrade to 5.7 or whatever you like. And then comes the blueprint heavy workflow types. I mean, if your workflow depends heavily on blueprint and you are not comfortable using C++, then blueprints are of course getting more and more mature as we move forward. Then the long-term projects. If your project is expected to complete within like 2 years or 3 years, then it's better to upgrade now than later when it's not stable or something like that. So if your project is long term, then definitely go for upgrade. Then we have the open world creators, because if your project is long term, like if your project is coming in 2-3 years and you are making an open world, then definitely go for this because Nanite will help you a lot. I mean, it's not useful for a mid-range PC for now, but if we move forward in future, like 2 3 years, we can definitely expect overall upgrade in machines of gamers and the creators as well. So I think you should upgrade in these four conditions. And the one who shouldn't upgrade are people expecting big renting changes. Like me, if I'm using currently 5.5, so I'm not gonna upgrade to 5.7 because I feel it's a bit heavy from 5.5, and I'm already comfortable with 5.5, and my project is already going on in that, so I'm not gonna upgrade. Then there are beginners chasing easy performance. So if you don't have a good PC and you think just upgrading to a big or latest version of Unreal, whether it's 5.7 or maybe it's 5.8 in the near future, then no, it's not gonna help you at all. So if you are learning in current Unreal version, then keep learning in that. And if you are curious of how it is better, how it is improvement or upgrade 5.7, then of course you can. But yes, if you are chasing easy performance, no, you are not gonna get easy performance out of it. Then team relying on old plugins, because plugins are a bit unstable in the newer version because of the API shifts and all. I already talked about that few moments earlier. So if you are a team that is relying or a solo dev also relying on old plugins, then definitely don't go for upgrade until unless you know that upgrading is the best option. So that's the full breakdown, the good, the bad, the reality of Unreal Engine 5.7. If you want a deep dive on specific features or performance tests, drop a comment. And if you found this valuable, hit a like, share it with the devs who need clarity. And hey, if you like seeing these nodes in action, check out the game I'm building, Reborn the Evil Being. It's all blueprint under the hood, and the demo is free to play on Steam. Hope that helps, and as always, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you around.